Hey everyone, I hope you're well and welcome back to my channel. Quite literally welcome back. It has been a very long time. I'm not even going to explain. There's not really much to explain. I did my A-levels, then transitioned into uni. I just needed time to sort myself out really, but I'm back and I have lots of video ideas. So for those of you who have been asking me to do this since I stopped, it's back, I'm back, and yeah. Today I filmed my everyday makeup tutorial. I thought we'd kick it back old school. It was the first video I ever did on my channel and a lot has changed since that video. But yeah, if you do enjoy this video, do not forget to subscribe and like the video, and yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I do before applying any makeup, as you guys probably already know, is do my skincare and apply a primer. I've got my skincare on already. I've moisturised, cleansed, toned, acids, etc. I'm now going to put a primer on. The primer I'm going to use today is the NYX Honeydew Me Up. It's the one I use pretty much every day. I use a few different ones, but this one is definitely a staple. It just makes sure that it stays on all day. When I'm at uni, and especially at work for like long hours, I need something that's going to keep me in place all day, and this is definitely a brilliant primer to help that happen, especially with the skincare as well. It just keeps everything in place. Also, I always keep my everyday makeup in this bag. It's still got a tag on it. It's from Primark. It was £2 and it has an M on it. More recently, I've been loving a more like dewy, like skin-like complexion. I use this all the time, so all the stuff's run off. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood, I think it's Flawless Finish. But it's the dewy one, and you can use it as a primer with foundation or on its own. I like to use it on its own. This is in number 3, light medium. I literally put it straight from the applicator onto my face, like so. It's a really lightweight coverage, so you can see your skin through it, but I really like that at the minute. I just feel like the actual consistency and the way it looks on your skin is so lovely. I'm then just going to take a Real Techniques brush. This is the sculpting brush, but I just like to use it for foundation. When I'm using a bit more of a lighter coverage foundation, I do like to use a brush, just because I find that sometimes a beauty blender can soak up all the product, and it's fine with a more higher coverage foundation, but with a lighter coverage foundation you want to keep as much as the coverage there as you can. I'm just brushing that into my face, making sure to get by my ears because I do tan, as you can probably tell. As you can see, the glow that the foundation gives you is just incredible, but it still adds enough coverage to cover everything. Like I had a spot here and it wasn't like big or like hugely red, but you can hardly see it now. And then the concealer I've been using just to add a bit of extra coverage and cover any like dark circles underneath my eyes is the Revlon Colour Stay. This is in the shade 005 Fair. I really like the coverage of this concealer, and I just find it just gives me a nice colour. It is a really nice colour. It's got like a nice yellow tone. I like a yellow tone compared to a pink tone foundation concealer. And I'm just going to take the same brush I used to use my foundation just to buff that into the skin. I'm just going to take a bit over my eyes. I do have quite veiny eyelids, so just applying that bit of concealer just helps get rid of any redness and veins on the skin. I just applied it in all my normal places, so down my nose, in between my eyebrows, under my eyes. Yeah, and then just taking that just to make sure everything's blended together. I'm then just going to fill in my eyebrows. Literally nothing has changed here. I still use my Jeffree Star brush by Morphe and my Revolution pomade. I think this is my second or third one now. It's my favourite. I love Benefit products, don't get me wrong, but I really like this, and it's really affordable and it's easy to get hold of. So I'm just going to use that on an angle brush. I'm not going to film this because I need to pull the mirror right close to my face to make sure all the details are there. Does anyone else find that when the eyebrows are done, like waxed or threaded, they're so much easier to fill in? Because mine are so bad at the moment. They need waxing so badly and they're so much hard to fill in. But all I did with my eyebrows is just outline them. Just outline their natural shape, fill them in, any sparse areas, and then I'm done. Because it's my everyday makeup, I do like it to be quite convenient. So I use a palette with blush, bronzer and highlight in it, just to make it a bit easier, a bit more convenient there to hand. I use the Too Faced Natural Face palette. It's got 2 blushes, 2 bronzers and 2 highlighters. They've got like a more pinky blush and then a more like nude pinky blush, like not too pink, more nude. And then you've got a matte bronzer and a glittery bronzer, and then one pink highlight and one more goldy tone. I'm going to use this brush for my bronzer. This is from the Morphe 2 collection. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's like a contour brush. I'm just going to use the top bronzer. This is called Sunny Honey. It's the matte one. And I literally just do with that. I literally just go in with my cheekbones. I like to keep it quite high to give you that more like chiseled effect rather than having it really low and your face looking really like round. I like to give more of like a lifted effect. I don't use too much product. I like to build it up, so I start off with a small amount. I take that on my cheeks, on my forehead, and then down my nose and a bit under my chin. I love the colour of this bronzer. I don't think it's too warm or too neutral. I think it's a really good in-between, especially for when I'm tanned. When I'm pale and don't have any tan on, I just use a lighter amount, not too much, and I make sure to tap it off. The whole palette is very pigmented, so just use a light hand and a little bit of product and just work it up rather than starting off with loads and then you have to start again. I feel like bronzer makes such a difference to your makeup. Like, look at the difference from when I just had my foundation on to now having that bronzer on. I'm now going to take this brush from Wilko. I don't even think it has a name. No, it doesn't. But it's just a blush brush from Wilko. I'm just going to take the two blush shades and mix them together because I like the pinky tone, but I feel like because it's a bit more wintry now, you can't really get away with it as much. So I'm again just keeping that very high, like on top of my bronzer and a bit more high above that. I'm mixing them two shades just to give the perfect shade, and the blush just gives you more and more lift. I feel like a lot of people don't wear blush and they just, I don't know, they just skip that part of their makeup, but I think it makes all the difference. And a bit on my nose, just to give you that cold look. I'm then going to go with my powder. The powder I've been using since I got it pretty much is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is the translucent one. I know they've come out with a few more shades recently, but I just love this powder. I feel like it provides a nice matte base without looking cakey or dry. I'm just going to use my powder with my setting brush. This is from Real Techniques. I'm just going to take a bit of that on the brush, make sure to tap it off. When I start under my eyes, I just press it into the skin. I don't drag it across my skin. I make sure to press it because then it goes a bit deeper and I know it just lasts a bit longer. As you can see, like from one side to the next, even underneath my eyes, like so much more matte. But it doesn't look cakey at all. I'm just going to do the rest of my face. I don't do my whole face. I do underneath my eyes, my chin area, a bit underneath where I've blushed and contoured, around my mouth, my nose, and then my forehead. Just like so. As you can see, that powder makes all the difference, but it hasn't taken away the glow that the foundation was given, which is why I really like it. And again, it doesn't look cakey, doesn't look dry. It's just the perfect balance. Keeps you matte and keeps your makeup in place, but doesn't take away the glow that you've just put in with the foundation. I do have a lot of mascara, so I do always chop and change. I don't really like to keep my mascara the same, but the mascara I've been using at the moment is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I only got this recently, but I really, really like it. It's got like a flat brush. So you like put it on with the flat side, then brush it up with the bristles. So I'm just going to apply that to my top lashes. I don't really wear bottom lash mascara anymore, so I'm just going to apply that to my top lashes. I do have LVL at the minute as well, so my eyelashes are quite curly. I've had it on for a few weeks now, so it is kind of starting to disappear. And because I wear a lot of makeup, because I wear it like 5 days a week, because I have university and work, the more makeup you wear and like have to remove it and stuff, the more the LVL will move from your eyes. So mine is more likely to drop quicker than someone who didn't wear makeup every day. That mascara is just insane. It adds so much length and so much volume. You don't have to apply that much for it to actually give you its full potential. I've now recently learned a new kind of way to do my lips. So I always apply like a lip gloss and a lip liner. So usually people would apply the lip liner first and the lip gloss, but I find that if you apply the lip gloss first and the lip liner, then it just blends more seamlessly. I'm going to show you now. So to start off with, I always like to use the Hangover Pillow Talk lip treatment by Too Faced. I just find that it really hydrates my lips, which obviously helps to prepare for any lip products you're putting on. So I put that on first. And then I go in with my Too Faced lip injection, which is the lip gloss that plumps your lips. So I apply a bit of that. And then after that, because your lips are now really like dewy and moisturised and hydrated, I go in with my lip liner. Because I use quite a dark lip liner, I find that this really works. This is the Beauty Bay lip liner in the shade Vintage. So then I just go where I want them to be a bit more defined, I just take the lip pencil and just blend it in. So I start at the bottom. And as you can see, it just blends in straight away without you having to blend it in after having applied the lip gloss. So I'm just applying that to my top lip now. As you can see, it just blends in so much easier than it would have if you had put the lip liner first and then gone in with the lip gloss. So you guys, that's the finished look. This is what I do on a daily basis, pretty much 5 days a week. But yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, do not forget to subscribe, smash the thumbs up button. I'll see you very, very soon with another video. Bye, guys.